Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your general reading for September 16th through 30th. So a few notes before we get started. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Gemini out there. So if you don't feel these messages resonate with you, then they belong to a different Gemini. If they do resonate with you, then those are your messages. So this is going to resonate and correspond with Gemini Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs. Also, if you have a large amount of Gemini planet energy in your personal astrology chart, you'll also feel this. And also, Gemini cross watchers are absolutely welcome to hang out with us here today. So, Mr. Dragon right here would love you to subscribe. Reach out, click that button for us, and also give it the dragon claw up. Hit that like button. Let us know that you enjoyed this video. Also, comments are always encouraged. I love to hear what y'all think. We're still building this channel. It's still very new, and so everything that you say, all your input is super appreciated. Whether it's something that you would like to see here, questions you might like answered, etc. So, as we get into the beginning of this, the first thing I'm going to do is talk a little bit about the astrological influences that are coming up for the universal chart of Gemini. Lots of big stuff happening right now through this last couple weeks of September. Mercury and Venus have both moved into Libra. Mercury deals with communication, and it is your ruling planet, so it's a big deal where that guy goes. It moves very quickly, Gemini, just like your mind, and so when it goes into Libra, it's very focused on love, on romance, on partnerships, on one-on-one commitments, on communicating with other people. So don't be surprised if this is starting to be a really big social time for you as we go, through this end of September and into the beginning of October. People might be calling you all the time. You'll be calling them all the time. You'll be making a lot of dates, a lot of plans to go out. It's a very social time. And if you don't want to be doing those things, you really have to focus on not doing those things because it's coming up. Venus also being in Libra is very positive for you because these are both fellow air signs. Absolutely puts a positive pattern of energy onto you. So you'll be more charming. People will like you more. It's like they make a really favorable impression. It's a lot easier than usual for you to connect with others. So definitely take advantage of that. Saturn is going to be moving direct on the 18th. I will be doing readings about that, so watch this channel in the next week or so. I'll be getting those up. Autumn equinox and the sun's movement into Libra is coming up on Monday the 23rd. I will also be doing readings about that movement as well. And then we end our month with a brand new moon in Libra on the 28th. And so the new moon always starts us off with some fresh energy. So just as the month is ending, the energy revives again, which is really fabulous. This is also going to be highlighting the Gemini universal house of Leo. And Leo has to do so much with your creativity, your art, your passion. So get out there, create, make something new, be very much yourself. Come from the heart this month, Gemini. This next 2 weeks especially, this is very heart ruled. So it's like whatever is on your mind, whatever is on your heart, put it out there. Put it out there to the universe. Put it out to other people because it's a very, very optimistic, upbeat, very strong, happy kind of energy. So if you've been down in the dumps, if you've been going through a lot, which I know with that last month of Virgo, last couple of weeks has been kind of tough for my Geminis because Virgo is such a cleansing, clearing energy, and it's a very challenging sign for you, whereas we're moving into Libra, which is a really, really great, beautiful, harmonious energy for you. So absolutely, you're coming into some easier times. Keep in mind that the planet of Mars is still moving through Virgo through the end of September, and that still will be giving you a little bit of challenge, but it's not going to be nearly as tough as the last part of August and the first part of September have been. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into some cards. I'm going to start with a major arcana card, a spirit animal card, and a crystal oracle card. To give you some basic energies and influences for this 2 weeks of September, and then we're going to go into a general tarot spread for you. So let's go ahead and start with these. Dearest angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, I ask for your assistance as we read for the Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising sign of Gemini. Please protect their energy as well as mine and bring through accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you. Ooh, so Gemini, look at this. The Hermit card comes up. So to me, this is all about you seeking your truth, finding your own wisdom, not being worried too much about what everybody else says that you should do or should think. It's a very pioneering energy. So even if you're hanging out with lots of people, like I said, even if you're doing a lot of social things, there's also a part of you that's doing some very solitary work, a lot of inner work. You're really following your own truth. You're really going towards your own light there. This can also point to higher education, learning more things, getting more in touch with the wisdom and the information that you already have deep within your soul. A lot of activations are coming up through this month. We've had the 9-9-19, the 9-19-19, so numerologically we're hitting a lot of points of enlightenment and a lot of lifting of heavy energy, Gemini, so you'll definitely be feeling that. All right, so let's see what your spirit animal is for this 2 weeks here. Ooh, absolutely beautiful. Look at the owl came up. One of my very favorite animals absolutely is the owl, which is connected to magic and seeing through the darkness. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Oh, Gemini, I love this because Gemini, you are connected definitely with the energy of birds because you're an air element. You have that lightness. You have that quick, instinct and intuition. And so when the owl comes up, to me, this is a very deep, magical, wise bird, the connection of wisdom with the owl, and you can see through the darkness. Like it says, you can see through deception. You know if somebody's lying to you. You know if somebody's being false. And so like it connected with that hermit, which is always that journey through the dark. The owl is the journey through the dark. You're, kind of going through a little bit of that dark night to get to the truth, to get to the enlightenment. You also might feel that you're going to be enjoying the evenings more than usual. You might be turning into a little bit of a night owl through this next couple weeks because it's a time when everybody's a little more quiet, things are more still, and you're able to hear your inner voice even better. So let's pull a crystal card and see which crystal or gemstone is best for you to use or keep around you during this 2 weeks. Ooh, fuchsite. This is a beautiful kind of greenish stone. It almost looks a little bit like turquoise. Sometimes you'll see it with bits of ruby flecked in it. So it's very good for heart healing. This is a heart chakra stone. And so what all this inner work is about right now, Gemini, is definitely heart healing. I would also say that great heart healing stones as well would be like natural ruby. Also like, the rose quartz, which I love. And also rhodochrosite, which is this little pink guy. This is a really wonderful for heart healing. And I've also really enjoyed like rhodonite. That's another really great one for the heart. And if you have any of these stones or you can get any stones, this is also like pink opal. Any of these are really good for that heart healing. So anytime that you have a moment or you take, some time to meditate or to be still, that could be something that would be very, very positive, is that you could get the fuchsite or the rose quartz or any of those heart healing stones put on the heart chakra and just, breathe in, breathe out, and just really focus on bringing that healing energy closer to you. Because if you've been through some stuff, relationship wise or emotionally, it's time to heal that as we go into the time of Libra. It's a very strong time actually for all relationship healing, because this is the relationship sign. This is all about harmonizing and balancing and making sure that things are in that kind of harmonious balance and not feeling like, oh, I'm so lopsided over here, I've been working too hard, or I've not been enjoying life enough, etc. And so this is all about bringing that back into a good alignment. All right, so let's go ahead and start your general tarot and see what comes up for your story for this next few weeks here, Gemini. Ooh, you are so magical right now, Gemini. This is, I think I would probably call this a reading. Oh, you're bringing the magic in so strong. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the Magician comes up at the very center of your spread. Look at that. So this is all about alchemy. I absolutely feel that for some of you out there, for maybe, or even a majority of you, there is something that you're bringing into bold new vision, because this is you taking all of the elements of your life, your wisdom, your communication, your resources, your emotions, your mind, all of those things, your passion, and making something new, creating that alchemy where you're birthing something new. And Gemini, you are moving past some really difficult times. You're actually moving, away from, those rocky waters into a still, beautiful time. And this is not something that's been easy for you. You've got those swords and you've really been through some battles, but you're ready to start a new life and a new way of being. You don't want the arguing. You don't want the conflict. This coming from the past here, from this Queen of Cups, crossed with the Hierophant, this is you kind of emotionally contemplating a relationship, a marriage, or a long-term relationship that you've been in. And if you're single, this is definitely something that could have even been just a budding relationship that you thought would turn into a bigger commitment, but maybe it fizzled. It's like it wasn't quite what I needed. So now you're moving towards a better new place. So on the underside current here, the unconscious mind, this is what you're mulling over, and this is what Spirit's really telling you to do going forward, from the inside out, is not to give up. You've planted a lot of good ideas and a lot of, seeds in the ground, so you've got to wait for those to come up, Gemini. And you actually have quite a lot of things that you could be doing and a lot of opportunities. You get a little bit overwhelmed right here because it's like, well, which one do I take? It's like some of these cups have some really good stuff in them, some of them not so much, or some of them it's like I can't quite clearly see. So it's very clear from the owl magic and from the Hermit card that you're definitely meant to pierce through this veil. Don't get confused by having too many options. Because you've got to be able to see the truth. Use your intuition, Gemini. Use your powers of deduction. Ask a lot of questions. Don't just jump into something without knowing what you're going into, because some of that's a little bit confusing right now. On the top, this is definitely you and Spirit, kind of having that tussle. It's like Spirit is coming in and calming down that more anxious, worried nature if you've got a lot of worries, if you've got a lot of things on your mind. But the strength is so powerful here for you. So it's like that higher mind, Gemini, you're actually super strong, stronger than you know. There are good things coming in. Don't take what you have for granted. Don't take it for granted. The things that you have, the gifts that you have are very strong. So don't look those over. Don't get too bogged down in the things that are difficult. So in the Future card, there you go. There's that Five of Cups. Like we said, there's been a lot of emotional disappointment or strife or things that have been out of balance, but not all is lost. The Two Cups are still standing, and crossing over that is the Two of Cups. So this could definitely be the ending of an old relationship or the birth of something very new that hasn't quite come into being yet. So just be patient, Gemini, because right here, this is a journey during this next couple weeks where you're moving through some really rocky waters and you're starting over from scratch. It's like you're beginning something powerful and new. You know, just keep yourself grounded and focused on your true gifts and your true blessings that cannot be taken away from you, because right now relationships have been rocky, and you're definitely going towards a time where you say, you know what, I'm leaving behind all the old drama, all the old turmoil and conflict. I'm going towards something better. I'm going to cut my losses and, you know, look towards the future, because the future is bringing in, you know, a better soul connected, more compatible kind of relationship or union. And if you are in a relationship that you're working to try to, you know, recover or fix, this could also point to you taking a little bit of a break, you know, needing some time to yourself, which is very strongly coming through anyway with that Hermit. And you say, you know, look, hon, I need some time to chill, to, you know, get back in touch with myself, and then we'll come back together, or we'll do some counseling, or we'll sit down and really have a good discussion and talk about this. But right now, I need some peace and quiet. I need some time to myself. That's really what this is about. So let's pull some more cards here. Ooh. So many people have had this card come up in different configurations, Gemini, and you're getting it too. So here's that Queen of Pentacles. I think that as we move into the second half of September, everybody is really looking for their stability, for their balance, for their well-being, and you are no exception. You're absolutely focused on that balance. I feel that definitely within the home, because that earth energy of Virgo is still working out in your home house. So this is definitely you finding that stability in a home environment, getting a little bit back more in touch with your resources and the things that you need to create that. Absolutely, this is a victory. You need to know that this is going to work out in your favor. This is really what's coming up. The Spirit's like, tell Gemini that it's going to turn out all right, because y'all are worried that it won't. Absolutely. What's your hopes and fears? Here's that King of Pentacles. It's like you're concerned that what it is that you need is not going to be there, but you've got to trust. Got to root deeper into spirit. Get in touch with the divine. There's that Queen. There's that King of Pentacles. They're both in the spread. So to me, this is just very, very strong for that earthy balance. And the outcome, Gemini, work at this one day at a time. Do not give up your dream. You've got two going on. You got the 7 over here and then the 8 over here of Pentacles. So this is putting things in the ground. Then it's like, okay, I'm going to work at this day in and day out, and I'm going to make something happen, because if you keep at it, Gemini, it's not going to fail. It's going to come through. But you definitely do have to put in the work. It's not like you can just sit back and it'll all fall in your lap. But it's going to start getting a heck of a lot easier as we go into this later part of September, and then getting into more the beginning of October. The energy just starts to really get more free-flowing for you because of all the Libra coming through, which is much more in harmony with your sign. I'm just going to clarify that 8 of Pentacles just a little bit for you, because I know that you're going, oh, how long do I have to wait? How long do I have to give this? I can just feel it. Woo! Gemini! Oh, yes, yes. This is so good. You have got so many pentacles coming in here. So to me, really getting at these gifts, okay? Here comes the Justice card. This is your Libra energy. Like I said, the stronger we get into this time of Libra, the bigger this becomes, the stronger this balance becomes. And then that huge gift, that Ace of Pentacles, just comes right in. So I'm saying the next, 2, 3, 4 weeks, we're going to have some good times. You've got to really pay attention, though, that this feeling is what you're kind of like, you're having to rectify within yourself and accept within yourself, is that sometimes, Gemini, you really feel like you're out in the cold. You really feel like you're not included, and that's very painful for you. That fear of not having what you need is very strong, but I want you to just remember, anytime you feel like that, it's like, keep going, keep going. Don't Don't ever believe that, because the divine is not going to shut you out. And here comes that Lovers card. You've got the Lovers card. The Two of Cups is also in this spread. So to me, the relationship stuff could be coming in very fast. Look at that Knight of Wands. Not Swords, which is air energy, which is your energy. So this could be moving very, very quickly. Could be moving towards another air sign, could be moving towards an earth sign, because there's lots of earth coming in here, and there's just the new beginnings with that Page of Pentacles. So, Gemini, let's pull one card from the Whispers of Love Oracle and get one last bit of advice. I'm pulling one of these for everybody because it is definitely moving into Libra time, which to me is love time, relationship time, whether we're single, coupled, married, arguing and not talking to each other. It's all in there. So let's see what you get for wrapping up this reading. Oh, I love it. Gemini, love endures. Oh, love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So this is telling you, don't give up on love. Don't give up on spirit, because spirit and love will not give up on you, Gemini. Keep your head up. Keep your eyes bright. Things are moving. Things are improving. I really believe that in this reading for you. So take care, my dears. And I will see you all again very soon. Bye-bye from me, Mr. Dragon.